What is up, YouTube? What is up? It's Big Boy Rabbit. That's right, the one and only Big Boy Rabbit. I'm out here in East Central Mississippi chilling with Mississippi Milsurp. They did a poll on my channel recently to see what y'all wanted to look at. If y'all wanted to see me masterfully snipe some ducks out of the air, y'all said maybe. You want to see any modern guns, you know, like stuff that you can't see on the civilian market? You said, nah, we don't want to see that. We want you to stick to them old guns. Well, don't worry, because I am old gun poor. So what I did is I thought, they want to see old guns. Let's see how old they know. This is a 1465 Arquebuss. All right, this is the first gun. You heard me? This is the first arm of fire. This is a 75 caliber Arquebuss from 1465. Did you hear me? 1465. That's when they were using this. 1465. Are you getting that date through your head? Because 1465, they were still using bastard swords. All right, I'm not cussing this sword. That's what you call this. This is a hand-and-a-half bastard sword. It is real. Yes, I made it. It's a hand-and-a-half bastard sword. This is what they were using. And then you'd have 50 dudes show up to the battlefield with the freaking Arquebuss. And these things are good out to like 200, 250 yards, all right? So we got homie over here in his plate armor, you know, I'm coming. I'm going to get you. I'm strong. And I've been working and training my whole life to use this on the battlefield where civilians can't use this on the battlefield. And then you got the mercenary that shows up with this that's like, all right, homie, that was nice. Next. This thing absolutely revolutionized the battlefield. It's a 75 cal if you're firing a solid slug out of it, or if you're using it as a shotgun in the game warden's ass, it's an 11 gauge. Just so you know, it's right in between a 10 and a 12. It's right there in the middle, so it's about an 11 gauge, and it is a fantastic shotgun. It is a fantastic. Can't call it a rifle because it's a smoothbore. All right, so it's not technically a rifle, and it's not really a musket. This is a matchlock. All right, matchlocks are pretty freaking dope. They're the absolute coolest, I think, of all the old guns that there is. So how you would actually fire this, right? You see it's got a handy dandy little plate on this thing to keep your powder nice and covered and dry. When you take that out, uncovered your little powder. You couldn't carry it like this because the fine powder would fall out. I've already tried. See right here, a little indentation. It'll pour out of that. But prime that sucker up. And what this is actually for is you slide it, you cover your powder, and then you test your dog to see if the wick is going to hit your powder. Make sure your wick's right, so that then you take this thing off and you, oh, look at this. Look how freaking huge this thing is. It was made for giants. Actually, what it was made for is for a gauntlet hand. So if I actually had a big metal gauntlet like they had back in the medieval days, because again, 1465. 1465. This is a Swedish one. It's for the big gauntlet hand to be able to fit in this and fire this. I mean, how freaking cool is that? The original ones actually didn't have triggers. This would be one of the later ones. The early ones just had the big lever, just like the first crossbows did. And what you do is pull the lever, and it would have the same action that it would push the dog down and hit the fuse onto the powder. Well, what you have to do with this thing, when you're holding it on your target, you squeeze that dog nice and slow like that, right? It hits the powder and it ignites, and it takes a good full second, like full 1 count, 2 heartbeats almost to fire this. So you actually have to hold on to your target. Boom! And then this thing rocks. It absolutely rocks. It's 75 cal, and I usually load it with like 85 grains of double F. I fired it with 65 grains of triple F. And then, you know, I use quad F for the powder. Actually, I say quad F. I take like double F, triple F, it doesn't matter. Like I can just go buy the cheapest powder, and I take the powder and I grind it up, and grind it to a very, very fine powder. And that's what I use for my priming trays. And if you don't do that, why not? Don't buy quad F. Just freaking make your own. It takes like 2 seconds to take a spoon and a paper towel, pour that double F garbage powder into it, fold it over, make it your 4-ply, and then smash that spoon real good and just keep smashing it. And then when you open it back up, guess what? You got quad F. I had to go a little redneck there. But yeah, this is a 1465 Arquebuss. We're going to be taking it to the range pretty soon. It's got this just absolutely giant stock. It is so cool. I mean, look at this freaking thing. Yes, it fires. It absolutely fires. I recently found an old video that we had when we first got it and we were test firing it. I put that slow-mo up. You haven't seen it, go look at my shorts. That slow-mo is awesome of this thing rocking our camera operator. He was not expecting that recoil, and it absolutely throws him back. But it is a super fun and cool gun. This is actually not from 1465. This is a new reproduction one. It's absolutely fireable. And this is made from a company in Canada. Sorry, I can't think of y'all's name. I'd plug you. When we get to the range, I'll probably be able to figure out where I got this from. It's from Canada, and the way they do this, right, they make them, and they make a bunch, like a bunch of different ones. But what they do is they don't drill the hole, so they can ship it to you as a non-firing gun. Then you get it and you put your 1/16 pretty sure it's 1/16. Don't quote me on that, okay? But I think it's a 1/16 drill bit. You drill your old hole out of there, and boom, you got a fully functioning primitive arm. And because it's a new reproduction, that means that this is made with new gunmetal. Yes, new gunmetal, not gunmetal from 1465. Because if this was actually from 1465, I know y'all have seen me fire the Graw and that really old ammunition that always ruptures. Well, I'm not brave enough to shoot an Arquebuss from 1465. That is asking to get bodied. I am not trying to unalive myself on a YouTube channel, okay? That's not going to happen. This right here is safe to fire. I don't have to worry about it rupturing and bubbling. They're actually a good, when I did my research on the company, they're a good reputation company. I think they make a lot of guns for movies, movie props that they use. So, I mean, I know they're good. I know they're good. I've literally watch the movies with the guns in them and watch them firing and stuff. And I've already taken this thing to the range. It groups great. I mean, the group's like that at 100 yards. What? I'm kidding. It was like 100 feet, not 100 yards. But y'all are going to see this thing fire. So if y'all want to see more stuff like this, make sure to like this video. Put down in the comments, yeah, Big Boy Rabbit, that's what's up. We want to see more stuff that is from the 1500s, from the freaking 1800s. I can do that. We'll make that happen. And I love this thing. It's one of my favorite guns that I own. And I'm really ecstatic to be able to bring it to the channel and show y'all more about it. We'll be doing a lot of functions checks. I'm going to show y'all how to use this thing because it's really, really fun to use. There's a lot of steps that are involved in it, and you got to, clean it after every 5-6 shots. You ain't got to super clean it. You just got to swab it and get that stuff out of there. Don't keep packing it in. Yeah, and I'll show y'all all this awesome stuff. So if y'all are excited to see this 1465 Swiss or Swedish, can't remember, one of them, Arquebuss, fire at the range, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to me, make sure you go over there and hit that little subscribe button. That's silly. That's silly. At this point, you hadn't hit the subscribe button. Come on. There's actually like 1,400 of you that watch me and do not hit the subscribe button, which is nuts, which is okay. It's fine. It's fine. If y'all want to get the free info, that's cool for y'all, because I got some awesome fans that I know right now are going to be down there in the comments and give me props for this, because this is something different, okay? This is something fun. We'll shoot some watermelons with it and all that goodness that people do on YouTube. But then we're going to actually, I'll take it hunting, and I can absolutely take a whitetail with this, no problem. It's going to be really fun. I think I have about 200 rounds made for this. So, yeah, we're ready to go. I'll catch y'all in the next one.